How do you know there isn't an infiltrator behind you right now? Well, look where we are now, Commanders. You've all gone and taken it way too far, and Terran Republic Human Resources caught us. Now, High Command is making us do some mandated sensitivity training, and I have to fill out enough paperwork to line a sky whale's birdcage. I hope it was worth it, because now I'm missing my tea time with the commissar to make sure all of this gets processed. I actually haven't played golf in like 10 years. We've gone over this slightly before in the video about dealing with the disobedient, but what about the people in your squads that aren't so much as disobedient as they are rude and berating to other players? The kind that really mean it when they throw around their trash talk, and who don't seem to care if their rudeness or lack of political correctness on certain demographics is ruining the experience for fellow squad mates, and ruining group cohesion while they're at it. Bonus points if you can't kick these jerks because they're part of your outfit or your best gaming buddies, brothers, acquaintances, something or other. The first thing to do is set some personal guidelines for what you think is okay in your squads and platoons. For instance, personally, when I'm running a squad that's mostly full of people who are familiar with each other and comfortable, everything that's in jest is fine as long as it's above the proverbial belt line. I'll permit a little bit of trash talk because I know they don't really mean it and they're just joking. Some ideas for where you draw your own proverbial line in the sand is to consider that your platoon is hypothetically an extremely multicultural and diverse group of people, and you're all in a tavern of sorts, where running your mouth might get your composite armor plated butt kicked across Araxis. As for a flip side of this, don't get the discipline bat out when two players are just joking about their ability to hit a mag rider from 5 meters out. That kills the fun. Take some time to figure out those boundaries later, because I want to get through this awkward mandatory meeting just as fast as you do. Let's talk about how to deal with toxic players in your squads and platoons. First thing is simple as sidearms. If they're acting out, give them a private tell message simply saying to cut that nanite. If they try to flame you or make excuses to avoid apologizing and shaping up, they're out. If they comply with the warning, that's good. Hopefully they'll remember that, and they'll make sure to help you run a reputable squad. However, if they just try to say whatever you want to hear and go back to spewing unacceptable verbiage over chat, get them out. If people rejoin, there's always the option to privatize your squad for like 5 minutes or so, and then they'll go find a new squad to bother, hopefully in another faction. Now, let's talk about why we have to do this besides human resources standards. Okay guys, I'm going to try and break character a bit here and just freeform this. Let's just think about it for a second. There are a lot of YouTubers and streamers for Planetside 2, and a lot of them are very frequently recording everything they see, including me. I actually am really blessed right now that I have no relevant footage of this, because I don't want to experience this. And when people record this, like intentionally or not, or stream this, it goes out and it makes the whole community look bad, and by extension, it makes all of Planetside 2 look bad. You want to know what game had its reputation ruined by its players? Han. I had friends who play Han, who, no matter what and how much they tell me the game is so great, I just can't get over the fact that I'll never join them because I hear all these horror stories about how rude and berating they are. Do we really want to be like that? And by extension, when you're streaming on Twitch or putting up videos on YouTube and maybe you miss something like that that's really foul and unpleasant, you might get a strike on your account for community guidelines. And do you really want to do that to someone? Because that's not cool at all. Just, why? I shouldn't even have to explain this to you guys. You're mostly mature adults. You know what's going on. Just try to be considerate about other people in your squad. I really shouldn't even have to make a video about this, but I'm low on ideas and I have had bad experiences with this stuff before. And I know that lots of other people have also had very bad experiences because of their, I don't know, their race, gender, whatever. You get the idea. Now, let's review this so we can all go home and tell our significant others or whoever is at our home that we did something other than this today at High Command. Find your own personal boundaries of what you will allow spoken in your squad. Remember that a lot of different kinds of people play Planetside. Give warnings before you kick someone. Sometimes that's all they need to snap out of it. Remember that the actions of some players can make the whole community and even the game itself look bad. That's it for today. You can all go home now, and maybe if I'm lucky, I can hit the back nine with the commissar and salvage my weekend. I hope you all learned something valuable today, and that I don't have to hear any more reports about negative behavior happening again, because that means more paperwork for me and more barracks cleaning duty for you. Be sure to like this video if you found it entertaining and or informative, and subscribe for more tactics every week. And maybe some other stuff too that I'm almost done with. Remember, play tactically.
Dankeschön, baby.